Alright, so today, opening a box of Zendikar Rising set boosters. So if I remember correctly, these are new with Zendikar Rising, and they're a new type of booster pack that Wizards of the Coast is releasing to kind of make pack opening more fun, I believe was their exact words. Because like the booster boxes are draft boosters, so they have a particular set of factors to make sure that they can be used in drafts without being too skewed, if I recall correctly. So I know one thing is there's a guaranteed foil and up to 4 rares in each pack, in each of the set boosters. So, oh, and there is a box topper, which we'll get into that in a second. It even says it right there, a new kind of booster. Are there details as to what? I looked up the details, and I don't remember the details exactly. But I do recall that there's a mythic rare slot, and then there's another rare slot, so there's at least, I mean, it says it here, up to 4 rares. I know there's also like a wild card slot or something similar, where there's a chance for it to either have, I think it's like another rare. I don't remember the specifics, but I do remember that one of the things is it can have like an old magic card, like an old legacy card. So that's 3, 6, 9. There should be 30 boosters, if I recall correctly. 30 boosters and a box topper. So that's 9, 10, 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9. So that's 30. Perfect. And a box topper. So let's start with that. And then we'll get into opening the packs. Move this closer. There we go. And again, I'm kind of going in blind. I'm not familiar with the packs here. Ooh, is that a mythic rare land? Wasteland. Sacrifice waste. Oh wow! You can tap it to destroy a non-basic land. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me grab some sleeves here, so I'm all set. Ooh. And let's. Ooh. All right. Let's get into it. So we've got a Drake token. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this direction, I think. So there's an art card. That's pretty cool. You know what? Why not? Ooh, swamp. Full art swamp. Utility knife. Adventure awaits. Spare supplies. Mind Carver. Lull Mage's Domination. Relic Golem, Tangled Florahedron, Malakir Blood Priest. Practice Tactics. Shadow's Verdict. Sorcery. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with converted mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield, and all creature and planeswalker cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from all graveyards. Okay, cool. Ooh, and then a foil Shepherd of Heroes. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life for each creature in your party. Your party consists of up to 1 of each cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. That's right. I believe this has like a... From my short time looking at it on MTG Arena, I believe this set has like a party mechanic. So there... Let's see if there's one here. Yeah, Vampire Cleric, and then there's creatures with... I didn't get another creature in this one. But yeah, so there's creatures with like Angel Cleric, Warrior, Wizard, and then some cards have different effects depending on how your party is structured. Which is kind of cool. Okay, another art card. Prismatic Vista. Look at that. That's cool. Move these out of the way. Full Plains. Reclaim the Wastes. Okay. Nissa's Zendikar, Sure-Footed Infiltrator, Merfolk Rogue, so that goes there. Goes into that party stuff. Tap another untapped rogue you control. Okay. So there's like class mechanics in Zendikar Rising. That's awesome. Another Merfolk Rogue. Merfolk Windrobber. Thundering Rebuke. It's an uncommon. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker for 2 mana. That seems pretty good. Ooh, Lulamage's Familiar. Tap to add green or blue mana. Whenever you cast a kicked spell, you gain 2 life. Okay. Whoa. This is a sorcery and a land. Interesting. Okay. Pelika Predation? Predation? Pelika Predation. Pelika Caverns. Interesting. Disenchants. Ooh, Skewed Swarm. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Skewed Swarm instead. Okay. So that just kind of multiplies because it goes with the swarm name. Maul of the Skyclaves. There's a second rare. That looks pretty cool. When Maul of the Skyclaves enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. It gets +2/+2, has flying and first strike. Ooh, and then a foil Akum Hellhound. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, it gets +2/+2 to the end of turn. Okay. So that's a 2/3 as long as you can play a land every turn. And then a Magic minigame. Okay. Gotta sleeve the foils. Or at least I do. Could probably sleeve most cards, but that seems too tedious to me. Put those there, so they're clearly out of the way. Core Warrior token. Okay, so I think, based on this, Seachrome Coast, every pack set booster has an art card. Ooh, there's a foil land, island, cool. That there. Blood Price. Feed the Swarm. Tormenting Voice. There's an additional cost to the spell. Discard a card and draw 2. Okay. Rapid Bite. Molten Blast. Choose one. 2 damage or destroy target artifact. Cool. Iridescent Horn Beetle. Get a 1/1 green insect creature token for each +1/+1 counter you've put on creatures under your control this turn. So there must be an insect deck. There must be another card that puts counters on things. Ooh. Is that full art Spitfire Lagic? Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Spitfire deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. Morasa Brute. Anti-Cognition. That looks pretty sick. Myriad Construct. Kicker 3. If it was kicked, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each non-basic land your opponent controls. When Myriad Construct becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it and create a number of 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature tokens equal to its power. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, foil Oblivion's Hunger. Their head looks massive there. Interesting. And then the Core Warrior token. This is actually, keep it here. Good thing I bought these sleeves, because it seems like there's going to be way more cards worth sleeving, at least personally, in set boosters now. Let's see. Yeah. So we'll put the sleeves here. And the rest here. Ooh, is that Jace? Jace Mirror Mage. Island. Deliberate. Joraga Visionary. Skyclave Squid. Makindi Ox. Landfall. Dreadworm. Wow, look at that. Landfall. So landfall seems to be pretty prevalent in Zendikar. Base Camp. Oh yeah, this is what I was saying. So spend this mana only to cast a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard spell, or to activate an ability from a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard. That's to add any mana, or 1 mana of any color. Otherwise, it's a colorless mana. Cool. Songmad Treachery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Gains haste. Cool. And Songmad Ruins. Songmad Treachery, Songmad Ruins. Cool. Dauntless Unity. That's a party. Look at that. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. If this spell was kicked, those creatures get +2/+1. Cool. Ooh. Zareth San, the Trickster. So flash, that's a lot of text. So for 4 mana, 1 blue, 1 black to any, return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand. Put Zareth San, the Trickster, from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Interesting. So is that the flash cost? I guess it would have to be. Whenever Zareth San deals combat damage to a player, you put a target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Wow. That seems really cool. That's really good. Ooh, another rare here. Lenvala, Shield of the Seagate. Flying, Angel Wizard. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Under until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. Sacrifice Linvala. Choose hexproof or indestructible. Creatures you control gain that ability until the end of the turn. All right. And then a foil rare Roiling Vortex. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, Roiling Vortex deals 1 damage to them. When a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. And then for 1 red mana, your opponent can't gain life this turn. And then Cat Beast. All right. Put those there. I like the art cards. Like them a lot. Uh-oh. Is there no token here? Or is there just no advertisement? Ooh. There's a Teeter Peak Ambusher. That's cool. All right. Basic land. Inordinate Rage. Scavenged Blade. When Scavenged Blade enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature, gets +2/+0. Cool. Broken Wings. Cliffhaven Kite Sail. I think we've seen a utility knife. Murasa Root Grazer. Okay. Black Bloom Rogue. Uh-oh. Yeah, the cats. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Tormenting Voice. Needle Verge Pathway. So it's a red land here, and then on the back it is Pillar Verge Pathway for white land. Interesting. Oop. Foil Blood Beckoning. What is this? Imperious Perfect. Whoa. Okay. Elf Warrior. Other creatures. Elf creatures you control get +1/+1. For mana and tap, put a 1/1 green Elf Warrior creature token into play. That's pretty cool. I guess there wasn't an advertisement card in this one. And I think I remember reading that that's a thing with set boosters, but I don't remember perfectly. Planes. That's cool. So there's 81 different art cards. It's pretty cool. Forest. Kazandu Stomper. Return up to 2 lands you control to the owner's hand. That seems cool. Smite the Monstrous. Canopy Baloth. Strength of Solidarity. Veteran Adventurer. Ooh, Mara Mystic. Ooh, Kazandu Nectar Pot. Variant. Joraga Visionary. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Awesome. Aura. Skyclave Hierophant. Lifelink. Whenever or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Oh, snap. That, I know, is the big card for Zendikar Rising. Omnath, Locus of Creation. If I recall, it's already banned. When Omnath, Locus of Creation enters the battlefield, draw a card. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, add... Okay, so one of... Not every mana color, but the mana color on this card. So red, white, green, and blue. If it's the third time, Omnath deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. That is a card. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure I saw it was banned, or it's only used in like the legacy format. I don't remember the words. I know in Hearthstone it's wild and standard, but yeah, that's the big boy for Zendikar Rising to my knowledge. Then a foil Seagate Banneret and an advertisement with a copy token. That's sick. All right, I'm gonna move that to the, if I can pick it up, to the sleeved pile. And sleeve the planes for good measure. Might as well move these closer, because I'm gonna need them. Because there's at least one foil in every pack. Okay. And made a mess. And there's an art card, which are 2 things I want to sleeve. Plant token. Ooh. That is a Cliffhaven Sellsword. Might as well do it now. Mountain. Adventure awaits. Spare supplies, deliberate, Doraga Visionary, Brushfire Elemental, uncommon, Ruin Crab, excuse me, Silundi Vision, and Silundi Isle. Skyclave Pickaxe, Riverglide Pathway. So it looks like this is a front and back as well. Land, Riverglide Pathway, add blue mana. Lava Glide Pathway, add red mana. Cool. Ooh, it's a mythic rare. Leyline Tyrant. Ooh, and then Ghoul-Draz Mucklord foil. So Leyline Tyrant, flying. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. So you keep unspent red mana. When it dies, you may pay any amount of red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. Okay, so that like builds up red mana that you can use to damage people. Or, I guess, any target, not necessarily just people. Cool. And you know what? Might as well sleeve the mythic rares. Why not? And a plant token. Yep. Goblin Construct. Ooh, I like that. That is the Skyclave Basilica. Skyclave Basilica. Ooh. Island, Molten Blast, Inordinate Rage, Scavenged Blade, Broken Wings, Ruin Crab. Here's a new one. I think we've seen Ruin Crab, but Canyon Jerboa. Canyon, and then a variant, Canyon Jerboa. Awesome. Cool. Mythic Rare, Shell Shield. Scourge of the Skyclaves. Creature, demon. Kicker for 5 mana. When you cast this spell, if it was kicked, each player loses half their life rounded up. Scourge of the Kyclave's power and toughness are equal to 20 minus the highest life total among players. Okay. So the later you play him, oh wait, among players. So yeah, the later you play him, the stronger he is. There's another Shadow's Verdict. And then a foil Dauntless Unity. Awesome. Ooh, look at that. There's a Tazri, Beacon of Unity. So, Plains, Spitfire Lagic, Akum Hellhound, Prowling Felidar, Tazim Raptor, Marassa Sproutling, Vine Gecko. Ooh, that looks cool. Spikefield Hazard, and that's brutal. And Spikefield Cave. Territorial Scythe Cat. Looks like it's got blades on its elbows. Spring Mantle Cleric. Hagra Mauling. Oh man, that's about to be real bad. And then on the back, Hagra Brood Pit. Cool. And then foil Rabid Bite. I didn't even read this, did I? So Hagra Mauling, instant spell. This spell costs 1 less to cast if an opponent controls no basic lands, destroy target creature. And then the land side enters tapped, add black mana. Foil Rabid Bite, and welcome to Magic the Arena Gathering. And here's an insect token. Almost through first stack here. First stack of 10. And things will likely pick up as we see more and more of the same. Island Art. Forest. Cliffhaven Kite Sail. Fearless Fledgling. Roiling Regrowth. Skyclave Geopede. Lithoform Blight. Interesting. Enchant Land. Okay. Malakir Rebirth. And Malakir Mire. Feed the Swarm. Thieving Skydiver. Kicker X. X can't be 0. You may pay an additional X to cast the spell, so you have to pay an additional something. Flying. When Thieving Skydiver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver. Okay. Cool. And then a foil Skyclave Pickaxe. Root Runner. So I think this is one from a previous set. Yes. That appears to be correct. So the arts from previous sets, or the cards from previous sets are exactly as they appeared in the previous sets. So like, I don't remember how far back, but the example in the graphic I saw, there's a very old card. And it kept exactly that, and you can see here, well, maybe you can't see here, but 1993 to 2004, not sure what set this is, but this is a Root Runner. Cool. And then first stack of 10. Booster Sleuth. That's interesting. Little mini games they've started adding. Ooh. And that is Expedition Healer. All right. Mountain. Mesa Lynx. Excuse me. Vanquish the Weak. Cinderclasm. Roost of Drakes. Blood Chief's Thirst. Skyclave Shadowcat. Prowling Felidar. Seems like a variant. Expedition Champion. Human Warrior. Another Cinderclasm, cool. Throne of Makindi. So tap, add colorless mana, 1-cost tap, put a charge counter on Throne of Makindi. Tap, remove a charge counter from Throne of Makindi, add 2 mana of any color, any 1 color. Okay, so 2 of 1 color. Spend this mana only to cast kick spells. Cool. Then a foil Tajuru Snarecaster. All right, whoops. Second stack. Ooh. Seagate Stormcaller, cool. Then we have a Foil Mountain, Royal Eruption, Scorch Rider, Blood Beckoning, Paired Tactician, Fireblade Charger, Core Blade Master, variant Skyclave Squid, Vanquish the Weak, Tajuru Paragon. So Tajuru Paragon is also a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. So it's everything. It's a kicker 3. When enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a card that shares a creature type with it from among them into your hand. Okay. Reveal the top 6 cards. You may put a card that shares a creature type with it from among them into your hand. I assume it is referring to Tajuru Paragon. So if it's an elf, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Cool. Ooh, Archpriest of Iona. Archpriest of Iona, its power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. So it can consist of up to 1. Okay. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Cool. And then a foil Roiling Regrowth, and then a construct token. All right, so 10 down, 20 to go. Whoa. So that is Skyclave Shade. Mountain. Subtle Strike. Hagra Constrictor. Grotag Night Runner. Jwari Disruption. Counter spell unless controller pays 1, and Jwari Ruins. Ghostly Gloom Hunter. Ooh, mythic rare Angel of Destiny. So flying with double strike. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. At the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attacked loses this turn. Wait. Each player Angel of Destiny attacked this turn loses the game. I see. Okay. So that's why you both gain life, because if you have 15 more than 20, which you start with, then other players lose. Oh, and then another mythic rare, Ancient Green Warden. So reach, you may play lands from your graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Okay. That's pretty sick. And then a foil Fearless Fledgling, and then another minigame with a construct. I think I'll... Interesting, this minigame is actually on a token, so I will keep that here. Ooh. This is a Skyclave Scourge? I don't remember. Scourge of the Skyclaves. That was close. Awesome. Ooh, Foil Forest. Seagate Banneret. Kabira Outrider. Stonework Pack Beast. Seagate Colossus. Wind Rider Wizard. Ooh, that's a variant Dreadworm. Field Research. Nahiri's Lithoforming. Excuse me. Sacrifice X lands. For each land you sacrifice this way, draw a card. You may pay an additional X. You may pay X additional lands this turn. Lands you control enter the battlefield tapped this turn. Okay. So sacrifice lands, draw cards. Then a Nissa's Zendikar foil. Oh, here we go. It's an old card. Older card. So Calming Lycid. 1998. That's cool. Should I sleeve this? Probably not, right? I don't know. I'll hold on to it and see. I'll wait and see. A little cat token with a little belt on a little necklace. An adventuring cat. All right. Ooh. Swamp. Excellent. Speaking of which, Swamp. Scale the Heights. Mind Drain. Glacial Grasp. Scion of the Swarm. Sure-footed Infiltrator. Balaged Recovery. And then on the back is Balaged Sanctuary. Nahiri's Binding. Felidar Retreat, so landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, which, nope, that's a 1/1. It's not a cat beast. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn. So landfall, okay. So again, Spitfire Lagic. So again, if you can play a land every turn, then that's pretty great. It's +1/+1 vigilance on all your creatures. Looks like another mini game. Royale. So that's 4 of 5. I think I've got all but one of the mini games. Ooh, that looks great. That there. Island. Synchronized Spellcraft. Looks pretty cool. Sizzling Barrage. Are those tiny lizards? Little dinosaurs? I think so. Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort. Merfolk Falconer. Demon's Disciple. Kazul's Fury. Okay. And then Kazul's Cliffs, which he throws people off of the cliffs. Archon of Emiria. Hagra Mauling. Skyclave Shade, okay. So I think I had the art card like this, which is still correct, but looks like that's the correct, quote, correct order. So the art card I had like that, but it's really like this. Kicker, 2 and a black mana. Skyclave Shade can't block. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and it has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if Skyclave Shade is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn, so it just keeps coming back. And then a foil Inordinate Rage. All right. It's not a foil island, is it? No, it's not. Just put it there. I don't think I read this. This is a Lotus Cobra, which that was my guess. Lotus Snake of some kind. That looks great, though. Like it a lot. Looks like we've got an additional card here, since it's not an advertisement. Oh, hey, there's the... I already forgot the name of it. Angel of Destiny. All right. Plains. Skyclave Sentinel. Ooh, Might of Murasa. Gnarlid Colony. Umara Wizard. That looks cool. And then on the back, Umara Skyfalls. Interesting. Cliffhaven Sellsword. Confounding Conundrum. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land enter the battlefield under their control this turn, they return a land they control to its owner's hand. Okay. Interesting. And then a foil Dreadworm. And then Forced Fruition. Again, don't know what set's this from, but this is a previous one. Pretty cool. Where's the opening? There we go. The game doesn't stop here. Wow, look at that. That is a Yasharn, Implacable Earth. Put it there. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Forest. Tended Healer. Oh, it's the cat. Little cat token. 1/1 cat creature token. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, it's the little cat from the token. Got the belt, got the necklace and everything. Canopy Baloth variant. Oops. Draina's Silencer. Farsight Adept. That looks cool. Oh, goodness gracious. Crag Crown Pathway, red mana, and Timber Crown Pathway for green mana. Ooh, and then a foil Tajru Paragon. And just a straight advertisement. Whoop. Ooh, all right, that is a Boulder Loft Pathway. Cool. Mountain. Scorch Rider. Into the Royal. Ooh, Bubble Snare. Kabira Outrider. There's the Lotus Cobra we saw the art for earlier. Landfall, whenever a land you control. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. That seems pretty great. And then an Exposition Skulker foil. And an Angel Warrior token. All right. Ooh. That was close. Ooh. Forest. We have a swamp. Kite Sail Cleric. Ooh, Sajiri Shelter. And then on the back, Sajiri Glacier. All right. Pressure Point. Relic Robber. Haste. Whenever Relic Robber deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless Goblin Construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block. And at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. Okay, that's cool. Ooh, and then a foil Fissure Wizard. Fissure Wizard. And then a Drake token. Oh, looks like a card. Okay. Whoa, look at that. That is Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. Ashaya? Ashaya, Sword of the Wild. Risen Riptide. Reclaim the Wastes. Moss Pit Skeleton. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. Vastwood Surge. Akum Warrior. And Akum Teeth. Coral Helm Chronicler. Whenever you cast a kicked spell, draw a card and then discard a card. When Coral Helm Chronicler enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a card with a kicker ability from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. We also have a Swarm Shambler. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. And then put a +1/+1 counter on a Swarm Shambler, or on Swarm Shambler. So this goes with the other cards. I think it was whenever you play the other insect card that makes other insect tokens whenever, like for as many +1/+1 counters you've put on creatures this turn. Ooh, and then a foil Prowling Felidar variant. Ooh, and then an Alpha Kavu. From, yet again, another previous set that I don't know. This is cool. Chance to collect older cards. Kind of see how far Magic's come. All right, that was the 10th and the second stack. So we're 20 packs in the home stretch. Ooh, is it a land? Flooded Strand. It might be a land. Looks cool. Forest. Iridescent Hornbeetle again. Ooh, Territorial Scythecat variant. That looks really cool. Branchloft Pathway at Boulderloft Pathway. I think that, is this a, yeah, this is a full art variant. Cool. Foil Utility Knife. And then popular Magic formats. There's Standard, there's Booster Draft, and there's Commander. Cool. Oop. Uh-oh, spoilers. I think I saw that foil there was double-sided. This is a Swamp Art. Excuse me. Foil Swamp. Turn Timber Ascetic. Ooh, Living Tempest. Negate. Sneaking Guide. Another Tajuru Paragon, okay. And then a Sedgery Shelter Foil. And this is the double-sided I saw, because it's also the Glacier. Alright, might have to build an elf deck with these. I think that's my third Tajuru Paragon, if not a fourth. But elf decks are usually fun. Okay. See how the camera's looking. It's pretty good. Great. Ooh. Bright Climb Pathway. Awesome. Brushfire Elemental. Might have seen that already. Makindi Ox variant. Cool. Ooh, Nimana Sky Dancer. Chilling Trap. Wayward Guide Beast. So it has Trample, Haste. Whenever Wayward Guide Beast deals combat damage to a player, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Okay, so I think that implies you can steal people's lands. Highborn Vampire Foil. No. Oh, we've got a card. No advertisement here. Whoa, that looks sick. That is a Mind Carver. Awesome. Oop. Swamp. Disenchant. I don't know if we've seen that yet. Cleansing Wildfire. Destroy target land. Okay. And then some other stuff. Pyroclastic Hellion. That looks awesome. Vastwood Surge. I think we've seen. Ooh, Bayin Bayin Vale. And Bayin Coast. We've seen a Seagate Colossus. Maddening Cacophony. Kicker, 3 and 1 blue mana. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If this spell was kicked, instead, each opponent mills half of their library rounded up. That seems like a crazy good card for a mill deck. And nothing's more fun than a mill deck, you know. Ooh, Angel's Grace. From, yet again, previous set that I don't know the name of. Not only that, it's a rare. Maybe I'll foil this one. Why not? Oh, I'm making a mess. Whoa, that looks good. What is that? Draina, the last blood chief. Okay. Plains. Excuse me. This is Zenkadon. Variant Akum Hellhound. Ooh, mythic rare, Agadeem's Awakening. Then a foil Subtle Strike. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost, X or less. Okay, and then it's also a land. Agadeem the Undercrypt. As the Undercrypt enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, that's cool. Get to know your boosters. Oh, here we go. Perfect for limited. Draft booster. Set booster. Guaranteed foil. Up to 4 rares. Up to. Not guaranteed. That'd be a little much. Up to 4 rares. Whoop. Definitely been getting 2 rares a couple times. Ooh, we got a card. Ooh. I already forgot the name of this. But seeing the art bigger, you can really appreciate it. Can't remember what it's called. Anti-cognition, that's what it was. Shadow Stinger. Cleric of Life's Bond. Relic Vial. Kabira Takedown. Kabira Plateau. Ardent Electromancer. Clearwater Pathway. And Murkwater Pathway. So it's double-sided. Blue and black land. Ooh, a foil Coral Helm Chronicler. All right, we have seen that. And then a Genesis Hydra. Hey, that one I can guess. It's probably the core set 2015. It's like I have the, I don't know why I foiled that, but I believe the 2013 core set is what I have. I have the Calorian Hydra. It's a mythic rare Hydra, mythic rare green Hydra. All right, last 3 packs here. Oh, I don't think I got all the mini games. Because that's what I'm really going for. Mountain. Mountain. Silundi Vision. Don't think I've seen this. Silundi Isle. Cool. Highborn Vampire. Tazim Royal Mage. Inscription of Ruin. So it's a 2 and 2 black, so 4 kicker. Choose one. If this spell was kicked, choose any number instead. Okay. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. Then a foil Royal Eruption. And a copy token. Ooh, that is a something binding. Nahiri's binding. Variant Ruin Crab. Acquisitions Experts. Ooh, Mythic Rare. Moraug, Fury of Okum. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it has attacked this turn. Okay. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. So that's how that just kind of stacks and stacks and stacks. Foil Turn Timber Ascetic and Plant Token. Okay, and the last pack. Oh, and we get a card. Oh, another. So, was that a variant on the other one? No, it wasn't. So I don't know if it was a variant, but it had the artist's name on it. But another Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients. Yeah, because the previous one had like a gold Anna in the corner here. It's pretty cool. Island. Excuse me. Colony Ambush. And Colony Territory. Verizal, the Split Current. Wow. That looks crazy. So enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a kicked spell, you may remove 2 +1/+1 counters from Verizal. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. All right. It's a pretty cool one. And then let's see what this is. Shadow's Verdict and Tree of Tales. It's an artifact land from a set that I don't know. All right. Well, that is everything. So didn't keep track of how many rares I got. Probably should have, but if you were keeping track, be sure to let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's everything. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.